Hello, this is Goku for the Sim 1.
And we're here to do a top 10 most anticipated films of 2016. You start us off. What is your number 10?
Okay. So I'm going to restructure this in my head a little bit because I added one in the last, but I kind of think this one should be a little higher. So I'm going to start us off with Suicide Squad. Yeah, I know that's kind of low. I am anticipating it. It's just not my most anticipated movie. It looks really good. Looks like it's going to be a great movie. And there are things about this movie that I don't know that could make it higher at the end of the year once I've actually seen the movie. But yeah, it's going to be a good film. Where will it rank in mine? Like, this film looks really good, and it looks like they've got the characters right, except for a handful. But hey, I haven't seen the movie. Maybe they'll get them right. But I still cannot wait for this movie.
All right, so my number 10 is Star Trek Beyond. Let me just get this right off the bat. The new trailer sucked. The trailer they released was garbage. I think it was just a bad trailer. I don't think the movie itself is going to suck. But you know when I said to you like a while ago that what if they make Star Trek into Fast and Furious? People were making it like this looks like Fast and Furious. And when I said that,
Yeah. Well, they've already
Star-
ripped off. They already ripped off the concept of Star Wars, and maybe this will be J.J. Abrams needed to be on this film, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah,
I thought the trailer was bad, but I really love the first two. And I'm really looking forward to this. Hopefully, this doesn't start the trend, that trend of first one is really awesome, second one is awesome. I loved, In the Darkness. Then the third one is horrendous. Please, no, let it be awesome. That's my number 10.
my number my number 9 is X-Men Apocalypse. Yet again, I know a lot of people are thinking, well, that's my number 2 or 3. Why is that you're not? Well, because there's so many great films coming out next year. We have 2 stacked years in a row. That of course, films that are going to be really anticipated just didn't make my list. And I mean, X-Men Apocalypse to me looks great. It looks like they've casted really good actors, and I can't wait to see it. And there's a couple ones that I'm like, but I want to see how they do. There is something I don't understand something in the movie, but I don't want to really say it. But I can't wait for this movie. I think Apocalypse is good. I think the movie looks good, and I can't wait to see what this movie. Yeah, what I can't wait. I cannot wait to see more about this movie.
So yeah, my number 9 is, and this is gonna surprise you, but I love Star Wars. Don't get me wrong, and I already spoiled it. But Star Wars Rogue One is my number 9.
Well, trust me, that's not as high as you would probably think it would be on my list. You'd probably think it's
I
number
just really
2.
am looking forward to see a new. I want to see Darth Vader again. Like that's gonna be awesome. How
Yeah.
they got the plans is gonna be cool. The promotional picture we got was cool. A trailer might sell me even more, and it might go lower. I mean, closer to number 1. So yeah,
To me,
it's on my list anyway because it's Star Wars.
yeah, to me, the big thing I want to see in this movie that I hope is in the movie is Alderaan,
Hmm.
because we never really got to see Alderaan, and I really want to see it. I really want to, because it's one of these things that I think the prequels kind of failed on, is you never see Alderaan, and you kind of should have seen it, because then if you see them in chronological order, you should now feel for it, because in episode 4, they made you feel for Alderaan, even though it was mentioned in a couple of scenes. And yes,
Yeah.
I'm spoiling a movie that came out in 1977. So if
Yeah,
you
that
count
was
that as a
that was set up
spoiler,
a lot, and they never showed it in the prequels.
but
That's
if
true.
you count that as a spoiler, I'm sorry, that's not my problem. You've had plenty of time to go see this movie.
So, is there going to be other characters from the universe that are in this besides Darth Vader? Besides the newer characters like we've seen?
Okay, there is. I watched a video yesterday that was talking about this, and he thinks one of the rebel pilots from the original trilogy is in this movie. That's yet to be confirmed. None of the names have been listed, so there might be characters from some of the other canon sources that are in this movie. We just don't know. We don't have names yet.
Oh,
So
okay.
we'll have to wait and see.
The Emperor, maybe.
Yeah, like we don't know. I don't think the Emperor, but yeah, I'll talk about this movie in a little while. Because it's
So yeah, Star Wars Rogue One. I'm really looking forward to it. A trailer could sell me more. That's my number 9.
okay. So my number, yet again, I'm still restructuring my list. My number 8 is Star Trek Beyond. And again,
Oh wow, that's lower than mine. You're
uh,
really looking forward to it more than me, then, huh?
yes, yes. Yet
I
again,
thought the trailer was shit. That's why it's so high.
no, I understand that, and I completely understand where you're coming from. And to
Mm.
me, that movie is it's more the fact that I am a Star Trek fan and that I'm actually somebody who's seen most of Star Trek. So it's to me, I like the world and I like the characters, even though it's the original cast. And I'm really excited for the TV
Don't
show.
you think the guy Fast and the Furious director, in your opinion, would be the wrong choice? Like they're going more for the action side, you
Well,
know? That's
I've gotten used to that. Like you fell in love with it because of '09 and Into Darkness.
well, no, I like Star Trek before. It's just the new ones are better.
Well, as I said, you fell in love with it because of that. You are excited more
Yeah,
so than you've ever been
yeah,
because
like yeah, I wouldn't go out and seek seeing Star Trek until now.
yeah, for me, it's the opposite. Those movies kind of got me a little bit jaded, and so I've gotten used to it. I've had 2 movies to get used to. This is not my Star Trek anymore. This is not what I want for a Star Trek movie. So let's just sit down and have a fun film. And they
Yeah,
are fun films. And in this movie, the biggest thing in this is, and obviously I'm not spoiling anything because we don't have any answers. The biggest mystery in the film is who brought them there. That to me will make or break this movie. If it's something, and one thing I disagree with some Star Trek fans is I don't want original villains. And when I mean original villains, is I don't mean you can have a villain that we've never seen before. I don't want original races. I want the concept of this is you've changed, you're in an alternate dimension, things are different. Show me how things are different. Show me a villain I'm used to, or show me a villainous race I'm used to, and then turn it on its head. Show me something different, but with something familiar. That's what I want. And yes, the last 2 films kind of did that, but that's more so what I want is I want familiar with differency, if that makes any sense. And so,
yeah.
and that's why the film is kind of low on my list. I mean, it might be high to you, but it's kind of low to me. But yeah, what is your number? Yeah, what is your
My number 8, and I hated the reboot. I mean, I don't know if I say hate, that's a strong word. I wouldn't call it a piece of shit, but it's definitely not on any lists. It's nowhere near any lists. I wouldn't buy it. I'd watch it if it was on cable, maybe, but that's about it. It wasn't good. It was mediocre at best. But the sequel, the trailer looks awesome, and that is Ninja Turtles 2. I'm really looking forward to it. The trailer, it has everything that I look for in a Turtles film now. It doesn't feel like a Michael Bay shitfest like the last one. You know, it actually feels like a Ninja Turtles movie. The look I can get over now. They made them look a little better. I can get over that if everything else feels like Turtles. It finally feels like Ninja Turtles now. You know, a sequel, like I said, can either break or make it worse, and it's making it better. You know, it looks awesome. You know, Shredder looks freaking cool. I like the casting. Bebop and Rocksteady, they look awesome in the trailer. I love you know, the freaking turtle van in the trailer. That's awesome. You know, Casey Jones is cool. I'm really looking forward to this. But yeah, that's my number 8.
okay? My number 7 is a film that just got put on my list because I hadn't seen a trailer, so I really couldn't judge it. It's not like I really didn't have any judging point. Now I do. And that made it pretty high for me just seeing it, okay?
Hmm.
And that is Fantastical Beasts and Where to Find Them. My only gripe about the trailer was it doesn't have Harry Potter. I do think there are going to be people that just don't realize it's Harry Potter, and to me that makes it sad. If the movie doesn't make a lot of money because they didn't put the name, to me this is another John Carter thing. Is that I think the title is being a little bit mishandled. But beyond that, the trailer looked fantastic.
Yeah, it looked
Ironic
really
that
cool.
it's the name. Um,
Yeah.
no, it really looked like I want to know more. I want to know more. I want to know why. I like. Did you see the trailer?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, it's a teaser, but it was cool.
Yeah, like I want to
Like
know.
I even though like for me, maybe it's because I'm a Harry Potter fan and I can notice these things, but for like a casual person, I don't know if they would know it's Harry Potter. But I think for fans, right off the bat, you see them do a spell on the wand. You see the wand. Feel
Oh,
the world. You don't
I knew
feel
it
Harry
right away.
Potter. Yeah. So for fans, every fan, and there's millions of hardcore Harry Potter fans. So for the fans, they felt it. They know that's Harry Potter.
I understand, but yet again,
This
if
is not on my list though, which it's an honorable mention.
yeah, yeah. But I'm just saying, to me, this trailer really got me hyped for the movie. Um, and again, I cannot wait for this movie. I think it looks good,
I
and
really
I
love Harry
don't
Potter.
mind.
The only problem I have is like I love Harry Potter, don't get me wrong, but it's just I wish there was more about the world of Harry Potter. I would rather a sequel, another one. I would probably give my left arm for a sequel to the
And
freaking I
go see
really
this
want.
movie, and if they make a lot of money, they're going to make other. To me, this is making Harry Potter into a world, and this is what excites me. Is we don't need Harry Potter in every Harry Potter movie, and I'm happy they're finally getting away a little bit. I hope, and this is just one of these things. I hope Dumbledore is in the movie.
Yeah, he probably will be.
That's one of the characters I think would be stupid not to have him in the movie because he would be around during this time.
He
So he
probably
could be
would be a young man though, like not with a beard and stuff.
I don't know because
This
I
is
don't
a
know.
100 years before Harry Potter was born.
Yeah, but it also,
I don't know, maybe more than that. I don't know.
I don't know how long this takes place. I don't know the exact place it takes place in the timeline, but I do know that I do know that yeah, yet again, we'll talk about that later. I think that's getting a little spoilerish. I don't want to talk, but I don't want anybody who's not seen all the. I don't want to
Yeah,
ruin the
let's not
movie.
get into that. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just not get into that. But yeah, yet
So
again,
am I doing my number seven or
yeah, go ahead.
my number seven is all right. I hate the idea. Let me just say it. Ghostbusters. I love Ghostbusters. I'm a big ass fucking Ghostbusters fan. I was praying for years. I know we got the game, but that's still not the same. That rhymes. Nope, no, not intentional. But still, I wanted Ghostbusters 3. I wanted that movie. I wanted them to pass the torch to the new Ghostbusters, like the Ghostbusters, world, like a Men in Black type world where this is, there's more than one couple of freaking three people doing it now. Like there's it's established.
And I have to say this.
But I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. It's a reboot. I'm like, why cast all females? I don't get that.
Well,
But I'll see the movie, and we haven't gotten a trailer yet either, which I was expecting earlier. We haven't gotten it yet.
yeah, I will say this, and I think this probably hurts the movie a little bit more for you. Is you just got seeing Star Wars a week ago, and Star Wars did everything you wanted that you would want this movie to do. Am I wrong?
Yeah, that's exactly what it should have done. Yeah. Like
Yeah,
Creed too. Creed also, like Creed.
yeah. So you're seeing movies that are doing what you want them to do, but and you named Creed. That's kind of ironic. So I'm just gonna go in my number six
Hmm.
because it has Creed in the title, but
Oh,
it's not
oh.
about boxing. It is about assassins. Yes, Assassin freaking Creed. Video game movies are about to make their splash in the world. If you think that there are three things in life that are certain, death, taxes, and all video game movies suck, then you have not lived in 2016 because I even have an honorable mention that is in the video game realm. So I think there's at least going to be three of them that are going to be great.
And what if they all suck hard? That would be really sad.
Yes.
I
So
hope that's not the case, but you never know.
we
I
got a
really
great.
want video games to be great on film.
We have first of all is we have a great plot for a movie, and they're doing the right. I think now this is what they've done with a lot of video game
I
movies.
mean, here's an example. Let me give you one example. Jake Gyllenhaal's a great big star. He was in Prince of Persia. Sucked.
Yeah. Which ironically, this is from the same
All right,
studio.
here's another one. Here's another one. Mark Wahlberg. A Mad Max. Freaking Max Payne. Sucked.
Yep.
So there's two examples. Michael Fassbender's a big star. Two big stars with video game movies, and they sucked.
But this is one of
Keep
these.
that in mind, though. Keep that in mind.
I keep that in mind. But this is one of these. The thing that differs this from a lot of video game movies. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is first of all is you want an interesting fact? This is canon.
So it's in the game's universe?
This is one anything you find out in this movie, they can then bring it into the video games because this is canon. This has to obey the canon. And the reason they can do this, that sounds bizarre. Like, what? What? That doesn't make any sense. Because this is a different character. Because that's how Assassin's Creed rolls. Is every game, most games, and most games are a different person. It's just and this is that. This is going to take a different character and a different time period that we've never gotten. And I think we're gonna get a character from the game as a major supporting character, kind of how Rocky was in Creed. Ironic, they both have Creed in the name. I think they might do something with this film where where we might have one of the characters from the games be kind of like a mentor like character in this, not as major, more like what you were thinking. That Rocky was going to be, more so what that is, but still, because it's during a time period in which that character was in this era, most
They
likely.
better have him bumping into people in the trailer. Because that was a big hook for that game when it first came out. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. But the one thing that I hope they do in it,
and like jumping off big ass like skyscraper things.
and I don't think this is a spoiler. It's based in Spain. And there's one person I want in this movie, okay?
Well, why not base it on the first game? Everybody knows that game.
Because every game is different. So why do something where
because it's familiarity. I mean, you're trying to get everybody's eyes on this.
No, but the thing about this is that in this
I played the first game. I beat the first game.
Yeah, but let me explain why this. Let me explain why this is better. Is because now instead of trying to make the first game 2 hours, now you can just make a story that fits 2 hours. It's not in it, and this is one of these things where it's more of the world and the setting than it is a single character.
Do you think Michael Fassbender's a good choice for this?
Yet again, I don't know the character. I don't know the character.
New. He's a new character.
Yeah, he's a brand new. Both the person going into the Animus and the ancestor are brand new characters. So I can't tell you if he's a good character or not. And that's what's brilliant about this.
But let me just say this also. There's been a lot of freaking stuff about this movie. Like, there's been a lot of it's like a nightmare how long this movie's taken to come out. Like, I know it was supposed to come out a couple years ago or something.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily a horrible thing. I mean, it's one of those things where and we're getting a trailer soon, I think. Because
I just hope it's good. I really do.
I think we're getting a trailer around March.
I want video game movies to succeed. I don't want them to suck. It's just the for right now, bad. There's more bad than good for me to be like, oh man, I'm looking forward to this. You know?
Yeah. To me,
I mean, Resident Evil
doing everything right. When I saw the costume, I was like,
yeah, the picture looked cool.
Yeah, and the trailer's coming out in March. Not officially, but there's an announcement saying that something's happening in March. What would be happening in March? Huh? And I'm and I'm hoping Christopher Columbus is in this movie.
They'll really show him as a piece of shit.
Yes. And that's what I love about this is that the game.
They'll give you but what if they mess that up and that could piss people off?
I don't think so because they had.
What if they don't want to like piss
Well, in
off
one of the games,
Marines.
they had okay. Here's why that doesn't worry me at all, and they are they are absolutely involved. So I don't think this will be the case. Is they had George Washington in one of the games.
Mm-hmm.
They did not paint George Washington with a pretty brush.
Oh, so they make this history accurate, not what
Yes, they
PC.
they incorporate their own characters, but then they say, hey, these are not we can actually tell you real events. And George Washington was a great man. He was not a perfect man, and he did horrible things. And so I think we might
So
get
does
some
everybody in
aspects of that.
politics
That's
that
what's
we
really
look at.
interesting
So
in
does
this
everybody in
is that
politics today too.
we're going to get aspects and things of history along with a nice fantasy story, and that's what excites me. But I've talked a very long time about this. I could probably go on for an hour because I'm really excited for this movie. That's why it made